Alright, so here we are, polishing. Picked this up today, and you can see it was a bit rough. They just sanded a little bit to get everything off. So it looked alright, but I'm going to try and shine it up and see how it looks like that. So I'm just doing a little hand polish here. You can see it's coming along. It's going to take a lot of time, but I want to curious to see how good we can get this thing to look. This is a 1953 TR2 bonnet. It's off a car, I believe TS43, around somewhere between the first 550, 560 cars had aluminium bonnets, and this is the original one. So it's not something you're just gonna find every day. It's actually a lot lighter than the steel one. When you pick it up, you really notice the difference, and give it a cool look. I'll probably do racing number 43 on it and either display it in the garage with the car I have, or put it on the car sometimes to give it more of a racing kind of period racing vibe. So right now my car is just a stock look, which I do like. Don't want to mess with it too much, but be kind of cool to have fun sometimes, you know. Especially a special piece like this to show it off a bit. Yeah, so story was, gentleman I got this from, he had a 55 TR2 project car, and was listing this for sale. So I went to look at it, and he had engine number, the engine from his car, which he was parting out. Decided not to do the restoration. Values are down so much right now that I don't blame him. Could have, 20-30 grand into restoring it because it needs everything, and it's just not value right now. They've come down a lot from where they were. Probably go up again eventually because they're such lovely cars, but a lot of unknowns, electric cars and regulations and whatnot over in the UK. So values are down, unfortunately. A lot of people deciding not to take these old cars on and parting them out. This one, I think what was likely the story, because he has a later car, I believe it was probably in a front end collision, and the fenders looked a bit better off than they should have, as far as rust goes compared to the rest of the car. So I think the front wings were front fenders there. So I think what happened was probably back in the 50s or 60s, maybe up to 70s probably. I think that his car was probably in a front end collision, and what they done is just pull off this hood, engine, and probably other bits off of this 43rd car before it got scrapped or whatnot. Probably means that car's not around anymore, but yeah, so these ended up on the 55 TR2, and I did purchase the engine just because I got the hood from them. Worked out a deal to get the hood, which I thought was a fair price considering how rare of a piece it is. More than I normally pay for something, but I didn't want to miss out on it, and ended up a little bit later deciding to get the engine from as well. It's just so I have them together. So I have engine numbers TS59 in the bonnet as well. Would have been off that car. I just wanted to keep them together. So that's the story. I'm thinking, seeing how it looks polished up, maybe racing number 43, and then the other thought is to paint it black but leave an exposed aluminium roundel with the racing number 43 to signify the car came off. So yeah, we'll see how it cleans up. in this state. There are some damage points. That might be corrosion. There's some one on this side, like right there too. So it's not perfect, but you know, it is original. And 53, kind of early one was pretty flawed because most of the ones I've seen have issues. So yeah, there's some things on the back here going on. Obviously, this is kind of pulled away, the support bar. This has like a metal piece that goes behind the hinge to add support, because the aluminium's not as strong as the steel would have been. Lost a rivet there, so that was riveted to the support bracket behind. Yeah, so it's gonna need a bit of work. The latch in the middle is broken. It does have the earlier pins on the side, because the early cars do have the pull cable. I actually got the spare components for that too, which is nice. So that's one thing I don't think you could really find new, unfortunately. Not a lot of the cars would have had that. Yeah, so just keep working on it, and we'll see how she looks. Take care.